Hi Leo, welcome to your September 2020 Astrology 33 love reading. Thanks to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. Regarding personal readings, I'm actually going to be taking a bit of a break from those, probably at least for the next month or so. But if I make up my mind to start earlier than that, I will make an update in the community section of the channel regarding that. As far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread, and the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection, and these are the past energies, present energies, future energies. And once we get through all those, we will actually pull some oracle cards with some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Also keep in mind it's a general reading, so while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy, if you feel more like the cards on the left represent the other person's energy and your energy is on the right side, then definitely trust that as well. All right. So with all that out of the way, past energy on your side, we have desire. So this is actually the equivalent of the Chariot in traditional tarot, and which is Cancer energy. So for you guys, that's your 12th house. So I could see this pointing to a couple different things. One could just be saying that you might have saw a lot of potential in this connection with this person. You might have actually had a deep love for them. But at the same time, with that Cancer energy, given that that's your 12th house, I feel like you might not have outwardly expressed that to this person. I also could represent that there might have been some distance between the two of you for a while, and maybe you guys were able to physically reunite. So, for example, someone might have been living in another city or state or something along those lines, and could just be saying that the two of you might have physically reunited in the past. Past energy on their side, we have the Five of Chalices. So this is actually the equivalent of the Five of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. Now, usually this points to some kind of disappointment regarding a love situation. And in this artwork in particular, it almost looks like the guy is proposing to the woman, right? So could just be saying that, again, what I was feeling there might have been some physical distance between the two of you for a while. Now, like I said, maybe it's because one of you had to move away. Most likely it would be this person, given the artwork we're seeing there, if they're the ones coming back in to apologize or reconnect. So it could have been that there was a physical separation from the two of you, or possibly even just an emotional one. You guys might have had a bit of a falling out for a while. But with this, I mean, it does look like the love is genuine between the two of you. Like I said, the Cancer energy here, the Scorpio energy on their side, but looks like there might have been some separation for a while, and you guys might have reconnected in the past. Present energy on your side, we have the Eight of Arrows, and this is actually Gemini energy here. But really what comes to my mind seeing this, it makes me think of the fact that you guys have Venus currently still moving through your 12th house. So again, I'm getting that same theme in a way, where there could be some reluctance on your part to communicate with this person. And like I said, maybe you have your reasons, because that Five of Cups can point to some disappointment. And then, like I said, given the artwork there, it looks like someone proposing, possibly offering some kind of an apology. So if you guys might have had a falling out for some reason, and they're coming back into the picture now, maybe that's part of what it is for you, where you're not quite sure how to feel about that just yet. Could just represent that they have a lot of communication coming toward you as well, but like I said, maybe you guys are just a bit stuck in your head around the situation. If that's the case, when Venus does move into your sign pretty early in September, I think around like right at the start of the second week, you might start to feel that energy lift for you guys a bit. But that's what I'm seeing there. It looks like some reluctance on your part to communicate, or just feeling overwhelmed by communication from them. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Knight of Swords. So guys both had Cup energy in the past, and now you guys both have Gemini energy in the present. So to me, this is another indicator of there being communication. I feel like for whatever reason, this person might be overwhelming you with their communication in the present moment. This artwork here could even say that maybe they come across a bit controlling with their communication as well. So, let's say that, like I said, especially we talked about the 12th house stuff you guys had going on, but maybe you feel like they're moving a bit too fast for your liking. So maybe for somebody that is, quite frankly, like someone might have, if not literally proposed, maybe they really did try to move this into a very serious direction between the two of you, and you just might not have been quite ready to go that route yet. So it could be one of those things where, you might feel like they're being a little bit too persistent and, trying to get you to move into a connection that you're not quite ready for. But it's interesting because, like I said, it looks like there is genuine love and desire on your side too. So I don't know. It could just be one of those things where you haven't quite made up your mind about them yet. So, like, on the one hand, emotionally, you might feel that tie, but you might be trying to measure up the practicality of the connection. And if that's a long distance thing too, maybe that's what it is as well, right? But yeah, that's what I see there. All right, future position. A lot of cards came up on your side, but let's see if we can make some sense out of them. We have strength. I mean, easy enough, right? That's actually the major arcana card for your side. So, pretty good indicator that whatever's going on here, looks like you guys will come out of that and you will be feeling a lot more confident. Like I said, probably an indicator of what I was saying with Venus moving into your sign pretty early on in the month. We have the Six of Arrows, which is Aquarius energy, which is your opposite sign. We have the Seven of Coins, which is Taurus energy, which is your 10th house. Nine of Coins, which is Virgo energy, which is your second house. And Prince of Coins, more Virgo energy here. All right. So, if we're to try to connect all these with the Strength card, I feel like this is showing you guys getting some confidence in yourselves restored. With the Six of Arrows, I actually feel like this is you guys moving away from this connection. Possibly just to think things over, right? With the Six of Arrows, usually just represents taking a little bit of a break, a peaceful break, just some time to clear your minds. And again, I feel like this could point to you weighing up the practicality of the connection with the person. Maybe you feel like there's maybe even just a difference in maturity levels between the two of you. With the Nine of Coins, I feel like this is you really just trying to enjoy yourselves, possibly just focusing on finances, quite frankly, too, which, we have all of that Virgo energy going on and will continue to go on through September. So that's your second house of finances. Maybe you're seeing some success and momentum in that area of life. And then with the Prince of Coins, again, I feel like what this is saying here is really what I see this as. If we're to make sense of all these together, for some of you, it can be as simple as, like I said, deciding you don't want to deal with a relationship right now and strictly focusing on finances. If that's the case, we do see some growth there. We go from the 7 to the 9 to the Prince. So if that's the case, by all means, it looks like it's going to turn out well for you. But in another way, this could just be saying that you guys really taking some time to look at and think about what you truly want. And then after that process takes place, I feel like some of you might actually decide to come in with an offer toward this person. So, I feel like this would be like a bit of a temporary separation, but I feel like it might be needed as well because clearly it looks like you're not quite sure of what to think of the situation in the present. So, you might just decide, all right, I need a little time to figure out what's going on, and then you might come back around. Now, the good news, if that's the case, on their side, we see the Three of Wands, which is Aries energy, but it usually represents we call it the waiting for your ships to come in energy. So I feel like this is saying that there will be some patience on their part, which we don't necessarily see with the Knight of Swords. So I feel like, eventually, if you guys just seem to be a bit shut off with the communication, I feel like eventually they'll fall back. And the reason why I say this is a positive energy, I don't necessarily see them as, moving on to another situation. I feel like this is them realizing maybe that you need a little time. I mean, for some of you, you might flat out communicate that, right? Which would be ideal, I suppose. But it looks like there's the patience on their part to actually wait for this situation to come around. So that's what I'm seeing there. And bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Six of Staves, which is actually more Leo energy. Usually represents success, recognition, confidence. So again, I feel like you guys In the present, it looks like you're not quite there yet. But like I said, most likely by the time Venus moves into your sign, you'll probably start to feel your confidence grow a little bit. And the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Knight of Wands. So two Knight energies here. And maybe that's part of it too for some of you. You might feel like this person's inconsistent. Now, this is Sagittarius energy too, so it can just be an indicator that maybe the two of you do live at a distance from each other, and that could have partially been the issue with the connection. But yeah, I feel like this is another indicator at the very least, though, that says that they're fine being on their own. So if it is just a matter of you needing time, and maybe it even is just strictly the fact that you need to focus on your finances right now, right? And it really isn't even anything personal to them. Looks like this is saying in that regard they'll be fine. But as far as, could just be saying as well that there was some inconsistency on their part that might have made you feel like, yeah, I'm feeling the attraction, but I don't know quite what to think of this person. But it looks like you get more settled in yourself and you feel fine to move forward either way. And I will say underneath that, we do have the Two of Chalices, which is the Two of Cups. So it looks like there's definitely some genuine love on their side too. And then we also see the Six of Wands here, which, like we said, we see that at the bottom of the deck on your side. So, overall, it looks like it might take a little while. Possibly this could even just be saying that by the time Venus moves into Virgo, which would be more or less pretty much in October, could just be saying that by then you're more ready to, move it towards something more stable. So, could just be saying that, you guys might just be on the outs for a little bit, but things could pick back up. All right. Next, we'll see if we get anything from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck, and what we're looking for here is just some jumpers for some unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if I shuffle for a while without anything coming up, I'll just move on to the next Oracle deck, since it's just a general reading, instead of shuffling forever. But we'll see if we get anything. Like I said, first we're looking for unspoken messages from you to them. Okay, nothing coming up there. So next we'll see if we have any unspoken messages from them to you. Oh, got one there. Okay, let's see what we get. We have, I feel badly for the way that I treated you. You didn't deserve that. So, yeah, definitely seems to indicate, again, that something did happen here with that Five of Cups in the past. So, for some of you, this is definitely going to represent them coming in with an apology. So, timeline-wise, that could be part of what it is, too. For some of you, maybe this was saying you were getting closer to them with that desire energy there, right? But then maybe, even though these both represent the past energies, timeline wise, there might have been that attraction first. They might have done something that could be a multitude of things, but obviously something that could have caused an issue in the connection. And then that could be why, even though they came in with that apology in the past, you might still, you might have needed some time to figure out, okay, do I want to move forward with this person or not, right? And then the issue, at least in the present, could be that they could still be coming in and being persistent and not giving you your time to think it over. For some of you, it could just be as simple as you just communicating to this person, like, look, I need some time. Either give me the time or just forget about it altogether, But yeah, this definitely does seem to indicate that Five of Cups energy could definitely be an apology on their part. So as far as what that could have been that, caused them to have to apologize, there's plenty of ways that could go, but that's what I'm seeing there. All right. And lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck here. Same situation I did pre-shuffle this deck. Here we're just looking for one card though, and then we'll wrap up. Okay, nothing coming up yet, so I'll give it a few more shuffles. Worst case, if nothing comes up, I will put the deck down and we'll pull a random card. Yeah, so let me just put the deck down for a minute and we'll just pull one. So give me a second. Okay. We have co-create. There we go. There's the artwork, and the number is 40. Okay, it says creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation. The Oracle's message. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you excuse me. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality, blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-create it, only beauty and grace can result. Prepare to be amazed. So definitely a good message there as far as, like we said, seeing in that present energy, you guys are in that Eight of Swords energy, which looks like I said, being trapped in your head a little bit, not being sure which way to move forward, right? So it could just be saying that, if you're able to clear your mind in that regard and shift it to more positive things, which it looks like we do see in the future. Like I said, you guys have the Strength card, Six of Swords, which represents moving on to calmer waters. And then we did see the Nine of Pentacles in there, which looks like enjoying yourselves a bit. So looks like you guys just might need a reset in that regard. So hopefully that resonated with you. The relationship message says connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you never would have thought of on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You are going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. So definitely an interesting message there. Like I said, in the past, it does look like there was genuine love there. Like I said, it looks like, especially with that Oracle card that came out from the first deck, they might have done something stupid. I don't know what exactly it would be. Like I said, there's plenty of ways that could go for you guys, but it looks like with some time, you're really getting back in touch with what makes you happy. It looks like you guys will come back around to this connection in the future. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.